please, no! 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 No!
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Soviet Tier 10 free XP reward tank. The free XP tank, 450,000 free XP the Object 260 costs. It's the Object 260. Yes. So this is a tank that I have most definitely gelled with very, very well. I have enjoyed this tank so much. It's I wouldn't say it's the best. I'm not going to go out there and say that it's the best. It's good. Okay, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's like what the 907. I mean, this has never received any changes to it if you compare it to like the 907, which has had its DPM buffed. This has never had any changes, and I wouldn't have said it's bad. In the rank of 3 XP tanks, it's not at the top because that just sits at the QL and then possibly the Valor. Because the QL is kind of similar to this tank in terms of its playstyle, but it's just obviously 100 times better because, yeah, it is. So what's good about this tank? Why do I love it? Well, the armour isn't great, okay? The armour gets penned, but it's troll, right? So it's armour that you're looking at going, you're a heavy tank, but when you're brawling with other heavy tanks at tier 10, you're not well, okay, it's not like an IS-7 where you sit there going, well, you're not going to pen me unless you hit my lower plate. This thing will get penned by quite a lot of tanks at tier 10, quite easily, but it has the troll ability in the fact that if you keep wiggling and you do keep moving, you can pull off ricochets. So you're not paper. You know, you can pull off bouncers, but don't always think, oh, I'm going to bounce everything and charge in brawling, okay, because it's not going to happen. Because once you on-angle, well, basically, if you're facing straight on, it's the typical Russian pike nose thing. If you're facing straight on, your armour is at its best, but you've got quite a fat lower plate, and the lower plate is really weak, okay? But as soon as you turn, like, say this, like I'm coming against this Jagdpanzer right now, right, and we've got this pike nose flat, it's quite easy to pen for pretty much every tier 10, quite a few tier 9s too. So angling at that point doesn't do too well. Side scraping, it can do that because, you know, Russian and it's Russian spaced armour, so it can do that. Not as effective as other tanks like the IS-7 or the IS-4, but it can do it. But there's one thing about this tank that is absolutely fabulous, and that is the speed. The speed of the tank is incredible. It's very, very, very quick. It means you can get to those incredibly aggressive positions really easily. I do kind of like the gun as well. The aim time and the accuracy is pretty nice for a Russian 122. And the fact that it's got these APCR rounds with great speed on its shell velocity is lovely. So for me, the gun's nice and the mobility is great, which means you can get into those aggressive positions and put it to work quite easily. Yeah, it just makes it great. And I think that's why I've gelled with it so well, in the fact that it's, you know, its armour's not perfectly reliable, but it's good enough that you can pull off bouncers and that you're not, if you get caught out, guaranteed going to get penned. But you can get to those incredibly aggressive positions very, very easily. And on a game like this one we're on Himmelsdorf at the minute, which is fast and furious, the ability to get up to 60 kilometers an hour in a heavy tank with that troll armour is fantastic. Now, you will not see the 60 that easily when you're on flat. When you're going downhill, you most definitely will. You'll probably, when you're on a flat ground, going under your own power, quite easily see 45 to 50 kilometers an hour, which is fantastic in a heavy tank, and you're probably hitting more than 50 kilometers an hour side. So if you think about the i7 can go at the same speed, but it really does need that downslope to ever get anywhere near it. So on Himmelsdorf in this game, it's been incredibly quick. We blitzed the hill, we realised there wasn't too much there, so we just sped the process up basically and pushed as aggressively as we could, because it was me and Good Cat, and pretty much this entire game was me and Good Cat pushing the tempo of the game. We got unlucky with the first shot on the waffle when we fired the HE. We hit his gun, which was awkward. We didn't need the HE in the end, but so we didn't manage to kill him, and then we managed to shut him down, and we got rid of this 705 between me and Good Cat. I'm on 5 kills now. I want the top gun. We've got this Leopard. It's like, this is the top gun. And yeah, of course we shoot the barrel of the dead wreck. It just came into view by me pushing through it, literally just as I pulled the trigger. Typical, right? Annoying. This guy's looking like it's going to be ours. Is it going to be ours? Yes. I saw the medium coming down behind. He could have had shots at him, but we managed to shut him down. We get a top gun. We get 5.4k damage and 1600 assistance. And a very nice game. And it can push the tempo, especially if you've got help like Good Cat in his 5A. We had help, we pushed aggressively, and the ability to, well, the mobility and the decent DPM, it's not great, but it's decent, and the good gun handling meant we could push the tempo, be reliable and consistent, and be at the head of the charge all the time. So now we're into the second game, and we're with Swindle and Good Cat again. We're going to go to the bushes up here on Fisherman's Bay. Now this is a good spot up here at F5-6, because you can get nice shots across at heavy tanks that cross into the town, and you can get cover from like the houses and stuff here. There is some annoying destructible cover that is pretty decent to be knocked down, and it's the same for both sides as well that take up this position, because this position is good for both sides, because both sides get exactly the same. So this is the kind of balanced bit of a map, because both sides can use this position that we're both in very well, because we can get good from their spawn. You get great shots at everyone trying to cross into the town, and from this side you also have it. The only difference is that this side has good shots at, say, where that M48 pattern is, so into the town, to be able to try and put pressure on people, whereas the other side can't quite do that. So we're using this position here where we're hull down. Now the turret as well, that is one thing I did forget to mention. The turret on the tank is also pretty damn nice. You do have about 5 degrees of gun depression. The only downside of the turret is when people are above you, because you've got 30mm of armour on top of the turret, so any 90+mm caliber gun will overmatch your roof, and they'll pen it quite easily. So if they're shooting slightly down on you, it's an easy pen on the turret. But when you hull down like this, and I'm facing that Conqueror and the M48 in front of me, I'm a hard target to pen. Now, I did have good shots at them, but they got unspotted. But now we've pulled back here, I can get more shots at these guys. So we got a nice shot into that E75, broke his engine, and I think probably tracked him as well, which was nice. And I'm looking at these guys thinking, I want this. I want the lunch. But I'm wary of this Conqueror crossing, and I don't want him to. So we're going to cross down here, get a nice shot on the move into his back end, set him on fire. Unfortunately, he's got a fire extinguisher, so he puts it out, and we're going to try and finish him off. And just as we fire, the VK101P finishes him off. I was unlucky, but yeah. So we're charging into the town now to help, because look, there's a heavy tank facing off that, our heavy. There's 2 heavies down here, and I'm thinking, you know what, I want to change this. There's the 50 TP there. I'm being a bit wary because this T95 is there, and I think the trees, yeah, the trees providing the camo there. I've definitely driven out a little bit too much then though as well. Don't ask me how I penned that T95 as well. I haven't got a clue. I just fired. And I think the analogy of you don't pen the shots you don't fire comes in there, because if I hadn't fired, I wouldn't have penned. I could have looked at that shot on that guy and gone, oh, I'm not going to pen that, and not fired, and I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have got the damage I did. We tried to get a shot at the T100 then, and unfortunately we missed. He's doing YOLO light tank things, but he crashes into a building, so we're going to punish you for that. Track him, hopefully he gets shut down, but I think he just gets away with it, fortunately enough for him. Now there's this M48 pattern here, he's deciding to push, and I thought he was going to stay there and give me a shot into his drive wheel to track him, but fortunately enough he pushes back. Now I'm being a bit wary with this a little bit, because obviously this is a dangerous position. I do have this building on my left which will cover me from the tank destroyer and anything that's up there where that TD is. But I'm in a very, very sort of dangerous place because this is a place where I can get shot by multiple things. Now there's the troll armor. We are angled, but he hits us and only tracks us, which is quite fortunate. And we got a nice shot into that M48, which means there's now only a one shot. We get unlucky not to pen the 705, and I don't want that M48 pattern there. That M48 pattern is a danger. So I'm constantly watching him when I'm doing this. And as I was saying about well, it's a Conway now, we know that. The TD on my left, it was a danger. And again, I don't want that guy to be there, because if I get rid of the Conway and the guy's up there, means I can fight down here without worry of being shot in the side. Now, I'm not quite sure what he's doing, because he is staying in the perfect place to shoot him. I mean, it is a Conway. It's got no turret armor, so it's easy to take out. He gets shut down. I'm looking for a shot at the back chat, but I probably could have hit it, but there's just a destructible wall there. The T95 is down there. There's this 705-8 and the M48 pattern. Now, I want to get rid of that M48 pattern, like I say, because I don't want anyone with shots on my side. Now, he's gone. We've got the E75 and the 705 in front of us. So we're going to try and shoot the drive wheel and pen it. We do. We shoot the drive wheel of the E75, pen it, track it. He's now stuck in place. We're probably going to get the reload in to finish him off, although he has repaired it. So we're looking for it. Shot straight into the lower plate. We finish him off. So we're up to our second kill of the game. We're up to 5.7k damage, and there's still health in this game. So it's like, this could be quite a big game. You know what? I need to push even harder. So we've got the 705 here. He's not looking at us. We get a nice shot into his drive wheel. Hold him still. When people aren't paying attention like that, you want to be shooting the drive wheels, especially when you've got a pen, right? Because, you know, you can hold them still and get some decent shots into him. We got unlucky that that shot on the back chat, fully aimed, hit the floor, because we could have done with getting rid of that guy. Unfortunately, we auto-aimed the shell into the side of the 705, which is really annoying, and we ricochet off his turret. Now I'm keeping my front to this back chat, and we're auto-aiming and firing at him, but now the Tiger Shark's coming round. It's like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to focus you now, because that back chat could kill me, but I've got a good cat saying I've got him, so I ignore him and go after the Tiger Shark. We get a nice shot into him, just clip him. Unfortunately, didn't track him. And we spot the T95 coming around. It's like, nope, big nopes, that's not happening. So I'm safe now behind this E75, and it's like, okay, he's not going to kill me. But that Tiger Shark pokes back round, so I was waiting for that to see if he did it, and he did, so we shut him down. And there's just the T95 left on the team, and he should be facing the other guys, so I should have an easy shot into his rear, and we finish him off. So we finished that game with 4 kills, 7.7k damage, 637 assisted, and it was an incredibly nice brawl for this tank on that map. So we get high caliber, ace tanker, steel wall, sniper medal, and again a very nice game for the Object 260. It's a tank that I really have gelled well with. I really enjoy this tank. It's a very, very fun tank. It's one of the tanks that's definitely worth the 450,000 free XP. I wouldn't say it's in the list of best tanks to get first, but it's definitely worth getting eventually. It's very good. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.